Hello guys, in this video we discuss Markovnikov's and anti-Markovnikov's rule. For that, first we consider the reaction between a symmetric alkene and HBr. We know that in HBr, bromine is more electronegative than hydrogen atom. So always these electron pairs will be more close to this bromine, or this bond can be applied like this. Here, it's an addition reaction where hydrogen have two choices. It can either move to carbon number 2 or to carbon number 3. If hydrogen moves to carbon number 2, then bromine will come to carbon number 3 and vice versa. But in both the cases, you will get the same compound. The compound formed will be CH3, CH2, CHBr, CH3. So the IUPAC name of the compound is 2-bromobutane. Now we consider an asymmetrical alkene and its reaction with HBr. So here, as we know, this bromine, this bond will move to bromine, and then you will get H plus and Br minus. Here, hydrogen can come to carbon number 2 or carbon number 1. But in these cases, we will get two different products. If hydrogen moves to carbon number 2, then bromine comes to carbon number 1. So you will get CH3, CH2, CH2Br. And if hydrogen goes to carbon number 1, the product formed will be CH3, CH, Br, CH3. So these two are two different compounds. Now, which one will be the major product? Here we can use Markovnikov's rule. Markovnikov's rule explains the major product formed when the addition reaction takes place on an asymmetrical alkene. As per Markovnikov's rule, when an asymmetrical alkene react with HBr, the negative part of the addendum will move to the carbon atom contains less number of hydrogen atom, or the carbon atom contains more substitution. So as per that, in this case, the bromide ion, the negative part of the addendum must move to the carbon atom contains less number of hydrogen, among carbon number 1 and carbon number 2. Carbon number 2 contains only one hydrogen atom. So bromine has to move to the second carbon and then hydrogen to the first carbon. That product will be the major product. Or in the other statement, the negative part of the addendum will move to the carbon atom contains more substitution. So more substitution in this case, carbon number 2, if you consider it is attached with two carbon atoms, but carbon number 1 is attached to only one carbon. So the carbon 2 is more substituted. There are two, or this second carbon is attached to two carbon atoms. So in both the ways, this compound CH3, CHBr, CH3 will be the major product, and this will be the minor product. Or you can easily remember this thing in another way. See, you can see that in the major product, the movement of hydrogen have gone with the carbon contains more number of hydrogen atoms, right? So here in this in the second compound, the major product, hydrogen is there on the first carbon, and the first carbon contains more number of hydrogen atoms. So you can easily remember it that way. So hydrogen, when addition reaction takes place, the hydrogen atom goes to the carbon contains more number of hydrogen atom. You know the saying, rich gets richer here in terms of hydrogen. So the carbon atom that contains more number of hydrogen atom will get one more hydrogen here. So you can write this: the carbon with that contains more number of hydrogen atom will again get hydrogen from HBr. Okay. So in three different ways you can say Markovnikov's rule. Now, why this product CH3, CHBr, CH3 is the major product? For that, we can see the mechanism of that reaction. So in this compound, when this bond cleaves, we will get H plus and Br minus. And when the H plus moves to this carbon, then the resulting intermediate formed will be CH3, CH2, CH2 plus a carbocation. And in the other ways, if the hydrogen H plus moves to the first carbon, then you will get another intermediate CH3, CH plus CH3. And we can see this one is a primary carbocation and this one a secondary carbocation. And stability wise, secondary carbocation is more stable than the primary carbocation. So the major product will be from the stable intermediate. That means from the secondary carbocation. So Br minus attacks on this carbon and you will get CH3, CH, Br, CH3. So the reaction depends on the stability of the carbocation. Here among the primary and secondary carbocation, secondary carbocation is more stable. So the rate of formation of this secondary carbocation is more than the primary carbocation. Hence bromide ion will attack on it and CH3CH Br 2 bromopropane will form in excess. And here too the reaction takes place, but the amount will be less, or this will be a minor product. And here this reaction is started with the addition of H plus ion. Hence it is an electrophilic reaction. And at the same time it is an addition reaction. Hydrogen goes to one carbon and bromine comes to another one and double bond became a single bond. So it is an addition reaction. So this reaction is an example for electrophilic addition reaction. Electrophilic addition reaction. We will consider another example. In this reaction, the major product will be the compound in which the bromine is attached to the carbon contains more the carbon atom which is more substituted. So the bromine with this particular carbon where more number of substitution is present, and this compound will be the major compound. So here the first compound where bromine is attached to the carbon atom with more substituents is the major product, and the other one is minor product. Next we are moving to anti-Markovnikov's rule. Anti-Markovnikov's rule is applicable when addition reaction on an unsymmetrical alkane takes place in the presence of a peroxide. So this effect is also known as peroxide effect or Kharasch effect too. So consider the example. So in this compound, in the presence of peroxide, two compounds will be formed. Here, the second compound, this will be the major product, and this is the minor product. It is just opposite to Markovnikov's rule. The products formed by Markovnikov's rule. So this happens in the presence of peroxide. Now we will see the mechanism of this reaction. Mechanism of anti-Markovnikov's rule contains 3 steps. First one is initiation, second step is propagation, and third step is termination. Next we start with the initiation. So the first step is initiation. So we start with the peroxide, benzoyl peroxide. This peroxide undergo homolytic cleavage like this, and you will get 2 molecules of C6H5COO free radical. Free radical is the compound that contains one unpaired electron. This compound, this free radical again undergo bond cleavage to form C6H5 free radical plus carbon dioxide. And this C6H5 again reacts with this C6H5 free radical, reacts with HBr to form C6H6 and bromine free radical. These all are the reactions that comes under initiation step. Benzoyl peroxide undergo homolytic cleavage to form a free radical C6H5COO, then further bond cleavage to form C6H5 free radical, and the C6H5 reacts with HBr to form one benzene. This is benzene. C6H6 is benzene and one bromine free radical. Second step is propagation. In this step, Br free radical reacts with our unsymmetrical alkene. So here, this bromine free radical can either attack on this second carbon, 1, 2, 3 on the second carbon, or it can attack on the first carbon. So the first one, if it attacks on the second carbon, then the intermediate formed will be CH3, CHBr, CH2 free radical. And in the second way, if the bromine free radical attacks on the first carbon, then the intermediate formed will be CH3, CH free radical, and CH2Br. Here you can see that the first compound is a primary free radical, and the second intermediate is a secondary free radical. And stability wise, secondary free radical is more stable than the primary free radical. Hence, this free radical reacts with one molecule of HBr to form CH3, CH2, CH2Br plus a bromine free radical. Here too, the same reaction takes place. HBr, it reacts with this free radical, primary free radical reacts with HBr to form CH3, CHBr, CH3 plus bromine free radical. Since secondary free radical is more stable than the primary free radical, rate of formation of secondary free radical will be higher. So more quantity of secondary free radical forms and the corresponding HBr reaction takes place, and this product CH3, CH2, CH2Br will form in excess. So this will be the major product and this one a minor product. And the last step is termination. Termination step, when two bromine free radical which are formed in the propagation step combines together forms Br2. And this peroxide effect is an example for, or this anti-Markovnikov rule addition is an example for a free radical addition reaction. Free radical addition reaction. Why? In the first step, we got a free radical. After that, addition takes place. So free radicals are formed at the same time. It is an addition reaction too. So the secondary double bond becomes a single bond. In Markovnikov's rule, it is an example for electrophilic addition reaction. Okay, so one electrophile is the first H plus gets added first, and then further addition reaction takes place. And here, in the case of peroxide effect, this free radical is formed, and this peroxide effect is also known as Kharasch effect.